About 10 years ago, a scheme was introduced whereby farmers were given some small allowance to introduce permissive bridleways. Certainly in Rutland, where I live, this was fantastic, opened up all sorts of circular routes. I think it was Natural England, but I'm not sure. That funding has now been lost, and the farmers around me are all busy putting up private, no entry, and closing them. And it's been a great loss, which I think with a moderate investment could have kept open all sorts of good routes.
Yes, thank you, Michael. It sounds like from some of the new legislation coming through that may well be of benefit to landowners, and for us all to work together with various groups that we do to try and bring some pressure to bear.
Hello, Siobhan Dillon, Institute of Applied Equine Podiatry. I was wondering if you could also be continuing to push for safe behaviour on roads as well, particularly as a lot of us still need to be using roads, and whether there could be something the government could consider in terms of making sure all public drivers have to have an increased awareness of safe behaviour for vulnerable road users, such as taxi drivers, most bus drivers I tend to find are quite good these days, but sometimes taxi drivers and that kind of thing, whether it's part of their licensing that they have to review these things in more detail than the normal driving licence.
Thank you for that question. It's a fabulous question and also very much part of one of our charitable aims of safety. And we have Alan Hiscock. I can't see him here today in the audience, but he is here, and he champions for us that very point that you refer to. We have a number of campaigns called Dead Slow, Ride Safe that we drive very hard. Alan and his team have also worked with the Highway Code to introduce better ways of passing a horse, and I'm also very pleased that just yesterday it was confirmed that the Department of Transport has given us a further grant to be able to record why people don't give information to us on our website for accident information. So there's very helpful support from the government that's recently come through. But thank you for your support. It's very, very important for us as well.
Okay, just before we take the last question up there, just one on Slido from Anne Dixon. What is the BHS doing to protect safe off-road routes for riders?
It's very, very, very key for us. And of course, we have 300 volunteers that are hard at work every day for us, both working on what we would refer to as mud and gates, on the day-to-day activity that we need, but also many of those volunteers are also working on the 2026 deadline for us. We're also working with 150 other affiliated bridleway groups that are very key to supporting the work that we do.
Okay, thank you. Last question up there. Yeah,
Charlie Lane. Is the other demands that the BHS make of landowners to provide rider-friendly gates and other similar good riding facilities, and the willingness of riders to take legal action against landowners if they are involved in accidents, putting landowners off allowing horses onto their land?
Thank you. It's a very good question. Let's just be clear. What we're not asking for is to open up new routes. We're just asking for routes that are currently the law to continue to have those registered. But I think your point is very well made, because we need to work very closely together with landowners and other groups to make sure that we are working together for the best aims possible. And it is very much our responsibility and our drive to make sure that we're bringing people together, not creating that distance between people. And we're very, very conscious of that. So thank you for making the point.